Joe Biden and the Democrat Party got hit with some big league bad news. That's because Biden and his allies can no longer ignore one looming crisis, and now this smoking gun surfaced that could convict Joe Biden in one ugly sex scandal. Joe Biden's campaign has tried to deny former staffer Tara Reade's allegations that Joe Biden sexually assaulted her in 1993 when Reade was still working in Biden's Senate office. Reade described her allegation in horrific detail to journalist Katie Halper during a March podcast interview.
I handed it to him, it was gone, and then his hands were on me and underneath my clothes. And and then he went down my skirt, but then up inside it, and he penetrated me with his fingers, whatever. And he was kissing me at the same time, and he was saying something to me. He said several things, and I can't remember everything he said. I remember a couple of things. I remember him saying first, before, like as he was doing it, do you want to go somewhere else? And then him saying to me, when I pulled away, he got finished doing what he was doing, and I kind of was pulled back, and he said, come on, man. I heard you liked me.
The so-called mainstream media spent weeks trying to sweep this bombshell story under the rug, but the Media Research Center unearthed a smoking gun that provided corroborating evidence in the form of a clip from the August 11, 1993 broadcast of Larry King's CNN program. During the show, Reade's mother, Jeanette Altimus, called in and described how her daughter had a problem with a prominent senator and wanted advice on where she could turn.
Louise Obispo, California. Hello.
Yes, hello. I'm wondering what a staffer would do besides go to the press in Washington. My daughter has just left there after working for a prominent senator and could not get through with her problems at all. And the only thing she could have done was go to the press, and she chose not to do it out of respect for him.
Or she had a story to tell, but out of respect for the person she worked for, she didn't tell it.
That's true.
A victim telling people at the time of an alleged assault is one of the strongest forms of corroborating evidence in these kinds of cases. For instance, in the Brett Kavanaugh hoax, none of the women that accused Kavanaugh of sexual assault told anyone about what allegedly happened. That proved in the minds of many Americans that these women fabricated their stories. But in the case of Joe Biden, there is now video evidence that Reade told her story to other people at the time, and it was so serious that her mother called into a national TV show for counsel on how to proceed in what was clearly a desperate situation. If you are sick and tired of all the fake news from the so-called mainstream media and want real news that you can trust, please hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel.